Okay, welcome everybody to a class on the comma splice. Now this is something, again, that's important in academic English. In literature, which you might think is academic, right? But in literature, you actually see loads of comma splices, including Animal Farm, including 1984, including Frankenstein. You see them in all literature. So, bear in mind that this mistake is an academic mistake. It's a mistake in your essays. Avoid it in your essays. In your creative writing, do what all the other writers do and include them. Why the hell not? All writers have comma splices in their writing, undoubtedly. I'm sure, all of them. But in academic writing, you are supposed to avoid them. And what I mean is your professors at university would like you to avoid them. And your boss, perhaps, when you're writing to a client, would like you to avoid them. So it's when you're doing serious writing, you need to avoid the comma splice. So it's important that we know what it is. And the comma splice is just when you put a main clause next to another main clause, and you only separate them with a comma, which isn't actually allowed, because really you need a full stop to separate two complete thoughts. Now you can join two complete thoughts together with a fanboys conjunction, and you could use a subordinating conjunction to join a complete to an incomplete one. So you don't have to use the full stop, but this is the comma splice when you use a comma. So let me give you 3 examples, 3 comma splices. This is what we don't want to see you do in academic writing, but I must admit, these 3 examples you will see in literature. So taking the exam is one thing, passing it is another. That first part at the top is a main clause. Passing the exam is a main clause. And even if you use a pronoun like it, it's still a complete thought, guys. I know some people think that if you have a pronoun like it in there, it's not a complete thought, but it is. It is. It's really clear what it means. It means the exam. But even if you just say passing, it is another. Even if you just say it is good, that's a main clause. That's complete all in itself. You could put a full stop at the end of that. So we've got one complete thought, comma, another complete thought. That's a comma splice. Even if it feels to you like it's okay, try not to use instinct with academic writing. Try to use logic, or try to use the rules. And the rules say no comma splices. And so that is a complete thought. It just needs to be fixed. And the good news is there's 5 ways to fix a comma splice. And so you're spoilt for choice. So how could we fix that? Well, we could use a full stop. Taking the exam is one thing, full